Okay, so here it is in place, and you can see there's like a lamp, and it's on a little table here. This is an Eheim Nano tank. The guy who sold it to me at my local fish store wasn't sure exactly how many gallons it is. I'm thinking it's 3. This is all my fish tank stuff. Let it focus. So I've got some, I don't know, decorative rocks that I might use. This one kind of looks like petrified wood or something. I thought it was really interesting. Here's another piece of the same stuff. I've also got pea gravel with a pine needle in it. Pea gravel from the local Home Depot, and I rinsed it and washed it. This is actually left over from my planted tank at home. And then this is dirt from my planted tank at home when I set it up, and this is just leftover dirt that I saved because I had to, and it's organic soil that has no fertilizer in it, but I spent so much time sifting dirt that to get the big pieces of wood out of it, that I was like, there is no way I'm going to lose that dirt. I'm keeping that sifted dirt. It was a lot of work to sift all that dirt. You wouldn't think that dirt you buy, organic dirt that you buy, would be so full of sticks and rocks and clumps, and it was just, it's a lot of work. They're not kidding when they say you have to sift the dirt you're going to use. So I brought all my supplies. Oh, and I also brought from the fish tank at home some trimmings that I had been floating to grow out, and I'm going to use them in this tank. And they'll probably get too big, and I'll probably have to cut them back too, but I think this is wisteria or water sprite. I'm not entirely so sure. There's Java fern. There's a couple tiny pieces of dwarf Sagittarius, and we're just going to see what we can do. All right, thanks. So this is the dirt in the tank, you can see, and I pulled out more little sticks that my sifting didn't quite get out. You want to pull the wood out of there because it can decompose and cause problems with the tank. And about 1 inch of dirt is what's recommended. And then I'm going to cap it off with the pea gravel. Okay, so now I've got the pea gravel in there, and you can see that there's about 1 inch of dirt and then almost as much gravel on top. I kind of made a big hump in the middle here, so it kind of slopes, and that's where I'm going to put the decorative rock. You know what I forgot? I forgot to bring a siphon. So it's going to be really hard to fill and drain and fill and drain. We'll see how that goes. I think I might be scooping water in and scooping water out. But so far, it's doing pretty good. I've decided that I'm going to, sorry about the camera. It's hard to do this stuff one-handed. Who knew? This big piece of petrified wood in here, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of blocks the heater and stuff. Gives the fish a place to hide. Plus it's got really neat coloring on it and texture. So we'll do that, and maybe another piece too, but so far it goes pretty well. Okay, so I have my plants all ready, and that's 2 pieces of dwarf Sagittarius and all these little tiny baby Java fern, and they're just tiny, but you know, it's a nano tank. I've got 4 of these that have been floating in my big tank, just growing roots. So I've got like 4 of those, these little baby Javas, and the dwarf Sag. So I'm going to put the dwarf Sag in the front. We'll see if it spreads. And then we'll put the Java ferns kind of mid-ground and see how they do. They're just so tiny, we'll see. And then we'll put these guys kind of towards the back because they're going to get really big and overgrown. I'm going to constantly be trimming these. But looks like I'm ready to start planting. There's kind of the final decision on the rocks. There's kind of a swim through. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay, so I've gotten the plants put in. Got the light on too, as you can see. So I've got kind of the grass in front, and then I've got some of those Java ferns. I know it's probably too many Java ferns, but as they get big, I'll keep the ones I like and pull out the ones I don't. Take them to the fish store, or put them back in the big tank at home. And I even put one. You can see through the swim through that I put a plant on the other side, but we'll see. I kind of like the way it looks so far. Yeah, I like it a lot. Here's kind of an over-the-top view, looking down at it. All right. Now to fill it and drain it a few times, and then okay, so this is the first time I put water in it, and it's kind of hazy, but not terrible. So I'm going to drain that out and then fill it up again. Alright, so I scooped out a bunch of the water and put more in. So this is number 2, and you can see it's substantially much clearer the second go around than it was the first. I made a god-awful mess because I scooped it out with that cup because I forgot my siphon. Alright, onwards and upwards. I'm going to drain this and refill it again. Okay, so it's all done. Here it is in its corner beside the waiting chairs. It fits the table just right. The water is okay. We'll give it the weekend. Today's a Friday, so we'll see what it looks like by Monday. So maybe I'll do an update on Monday. It does have a lid, but I can see the reflection of the light off of the lid, and it's really unappealing. So I think that we're just gonna let it go without a lid. I don't see any problem with that, really. You can still see some sediment floating around. It's really not too bad. You can see all the plants. The really nice petrified wood in there. And they should be able to grow down into the dirt underneath. And the filter is running beautifully. And I've got the temperature up. And once it's done cycling, I have some orange and yellow guppies to put in there that are adolescents. And I've got probably 3 or 4 young males that I would like to see mature. And I'm going to put them in here, and we'll see how that goes. And so far, I love this tank. So everybody in YouTube, have a great day, and thanks for letting me bored you a little bit about my Nano tank in my office waiting room, and hopefully it wasn't too terribly boring. But anyway, have a great weekend. Thanks.